everyone. And I say that respectfully. No, if it said no, we got done it. My conscience of mine is okay. I'm not dealing with respect, and my content is not for everyone. To the genuine ones with no misintentions, I actually hope all is well in your end. I actually hope that you continue to find peace within, regards to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. Someone said you didn't have potential. They try to blackmail you to paint you out to be the villain in their story. You're mad and you're worthy. You pour it into that empty cup because they couldn't meet you halfway. But always remember, you truly are the blessing to yourself. Only rise you didn't overlook yourself another day. That reflection is different when it comes to confidence. Coming out your comfort zone to believe in the faith they can relate to, how you actually understood the respect your neighbor when they try to make things complicated in your life. You adjusted the pain when you least expect it. Coming from poverty and pain, they would never understand elevation, what it took for you to truly go with them. We may not pray the same, but hate was in your vein. The hinge is different. We never look at the neighbor like competition. We ain't the same. And the change of it always be yourself and no molested just neighbor. Never give up on yourself because someone gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. And I say that respectfully. Where do I start? They didn't want me to fix my crown, but I ain't have to wild out. I understood self control when it came to discipline, when it came to their bad habits. They wanted me to be somebody I truly wasn't, but I wasn't wearing the mask to be my authentic self. I understood trauma and pain, coming from poverty and pain. That growth hits different when you catch your blessings, not to reject yourself for another day, asking God for guidance when it comes to your health. You know, your mental health, they would never understand how you wasn't trying to relapse another day. You was never doing it for likes and views of cloud chasing or fame. When God was really showing you balance that day, that hold on 1 second, we ain't the same. Healing childhood trauma, going into adulthood, still being patient with time and day to understand your reflection. When your neighbor put you in competition, you was never in that same mindset because you knew how to respect your neighbor when they had so much jealousy, hate, and envy within them. They was throwing forward right to left, only because you didn't reject yourself because God truly showed you your potential. When they said that you didn't have it within you being authentic, that made them bother. That bothered them. No, that's it though for me. I think I lost in your words, but you still kept going. That energy is different. That's the part of life. You never give up on yourself because someone doesn't see your good intentions, regardless to where you, regardless to where you came from, regardless to who tries to blackmail you against you, regardless who tries to kick you down. They will never understand how God fixed your crown. We may not pray the same, but I still don't respect my neighbor. Even when they claim and weather their own storm, they stay in their lane. I never looked at my neighbor like competition. No, ever change of you. Always be yourself and no molestation. No, for real. Always be yourself. Always be yourself. Never allow someone to project fear in you because they're willing to dim your light. How they gotta pay the next door neighbor different tax brackets to make you feel like you're not worthy of fixing your crown when you didn't try to wild out. You understood self control when it come to discipline, acting your body weight not your shoe size. They would never understand elevation. You was the biggest win when you wasn't trying to fumble you, because God showed you growth. Who would have known that you was never in competition? All he was doing was competing, which is a reflection of yourself from yesterday to become your better self vision of yourself when you look in the mirror today. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. I'm not easy on respect, and my content is not for everyone. And that's okay. I love to talk about love, something they can relate to. It's why I chose myself to truly go with them when I was never the issue. They say ain't nobody gonna hear me when I'm speaking the truth. They trying to project the hate crime. Only was to hold on 1 second. I was still wasn't trying to dim my light. Regardless, if I spoke up for myself and I ain't have ill intentions towards my neighbor. When they said at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna believe me anyway. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. That energy is different when it comes to growth, that maturity is different when you truly actually go within to understand your worth. You went within to understand why you wasn't trying to fumble you. Another day, understand your reflection. Regardless to the outside world trying to kick you down to see you down. The energy is different when God fixes your crown. How God shows you elevation when it comes to maturing, acting your body with your shoe size, God didn't tell a lie. When God sent the right person to you, like to bring you balance when you overcame that storm, and when folks try to do you wrong. Because when someone actually walked into your life, all they wanted to do was bring the best out of you, overcoming the storm. The energy is different when it comes to growth. Even when you get lost in your words, never give up on yourself because someone sees you, hears you, and respects you. Who would have knew if someone could truly maintain your smile and have to get physical? Imagine walking into someone's life. The energy is different, only for them to treat you right. You know, the right person walking to the right person's arms. They wasn't trying to do you wrong. They said nobody's going to hear you at the end of the day. But that energy is different when the right person walks into your life and it wasn't a mistake. Always be yourself when no one listens, and I say that respectfully. Because someone could truly walk into you, could truly pour into you, not to overlook you, regardless to who throwing spoke at you right to left. The energy is different when it comes to maturing. Always be yourself when no one listens, and I'm nice and respect, and my content is not for everybody. True love is not supposed to hurt. True love is not manipulation. It's not. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. That energy is different. Overcoming the storm. Someone wasn't trying to do you wrong. The energy is different. It wasn't a fumble, it was a win for the win. Someone truly showing your existence when it comes to your intentions. You know, because better days was ahead when you least expected. Someone wasn't trying to kick you down. They knew how to weather your storm to bring the best out of your most healthiest way when the world was against you to see you frown. But someone knew how to maintain your crown, let alone your smile. Someone truly praying for you, not against you. That energy is different. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. How love is not supposed to hurt, let alone be complicated. I never had to steal nobody's swag. Be your authentic self. They would said, hold on 1 second. You whack, you corner, you're nobody. Nobody's going to hear you. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. You know, when someone threatens your life and they say that they're going to make sure that your voice is non existent and how they're plotting a crime towards you, you know, a hate crime towards you, they said nobody's going to hear you. It's going to be so silent at the end of the day. They hack your devices, paint you out to be so much you're truly not, but fear doesn't live within you. Regardless of who, culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, at the end of the day, I was never in competition with my neighbor. He be trying to throw for me. And so we're not going to allow you to elevate faster than somebody. Yeah, we see that you got potential, but we're not going to paint you out to be at the end of the day the one in the race. And you never was the case. Now, at the straight of me, I don't understand what's wrong with these folks. How someone will see that you can elevate and be authentic, but then it's somebody at the end of the day, they will try to paint you as a narrative that we can't allow you to outshine somebody else. So they will project spell work, gang stalk you, humiliate you to the point where your light is not even in existence, to ruin your reputation. But when you on God's time and you don't worship the devil, the energy is different because God was never for likes and views of cloud chasing or fame. They would never understand elevation. We ain't the same. Always be yourself with numberless intentions. It's not a crime to be authentic. And I say that respectfully, neighbor. No matter if you come from poverty and pain, it was never competition with your bad habits. No one spoke right to left. I didn't reject me because you didn't know how to respect me. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm not your general respect, and my content is not for everybody. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. If someone threatens your life and nobody's going to believe you, let alone hear you when they plot a hate crime towards you. Never give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. Because God will always send the right people into your life. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Even when folks say that God is not real. Where's your God at now when they trying to hurt you, project pain, paint you out to be the mental patient at the end of the day? They trying to discourage you. They said nobody's gonna hear your voice. Gang stalking is real. Just because it's not going on in your household doesn't mean it's not happening at the end of the day. And especially when someone's not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing. I'm Nigel on respect. Stop the violence. Peace and respect, so never stop the violence. You better run on them. You like go, you never know them. You like, I gotta go. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Today is currently July 11th, 2025. Stop the violence. Have a good day. Protect your energy, protect your family. I didn't get nobody permission to use my creativity as their own. I say that respectfully. I work by myself regardless who's trying to blackmail me against me, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself and no intentions. I'm not agent of respect, and I'm far from a hater, and I damn sure don't worship the devil. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless trying to blackmail me against me at the end of the day. Always be yourself and no intentions, not a crime to be authentic. Peace and respect, neighbor, stop the violence. You better wear it on them, you like, go, you never know them, you like.